Give me a second. I'm gonna go share this.
I thought that was just like an urban legend. Yeah, maybe I started after the surgery. They left all kinds of crap inside of me, like, on accident, I'm guessing. They left scissors inside me. They left hamburger wrapper, 39 cents and change.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Austin here, aka ToadTube, which I might change the name back to ToadTube because I kind of like that. Anyway, we are live and going at it. We're gonna be on for a couple hours, discussing anything. If you guys have any comments that you want to talk about or anything like that, you guys can always hit me up. If I can remember correctly, we were talking about. We already talked about my my younger days when I was a toddler. What I can remember. We talked about my schooling. So let's go to the process of talking about. Oh, let's see, my job history. So, give me a second. I'm trying to get you guys adjusted here. We don't need that plugged in because we're full charged. But we are, if I can remember my first job, I think it was 109. Delta 109, I think, was my very, very first job. And then, so basically, I've been through job. I finally found a job that I like, which is really good. It's been helping me out a lot. Let me turn this down in a minute, guys. Find my remote. But right now I'm at a job here in Delta that is it's a factory, which I may remind you, I do not like factory jobs. But this factory is a small factory business. They're worldwide, but the factory that I'm at is like, I think 10, 12 people making $15 an hour, 40 hours a week. But with me, I'm not doing 40 hours a week at the moment just because with me being on probation, going to counseling. So once all of that is over and done, then hopefully I can do 40 hours a week. But I want to throw this out there to all you high school kids that are getting in high school or getting to the age where you can get a job. Don't end up like me. I've been through, I'm 28 years old, okay? I have been through 29 jobs since 2014. My longest job I've held, which they worked with me as well, but then I eventually screwed it up, was Napa. I had that job for 9 months. I've been at this current job now since August, and I'm still doing good. So, but don't end up like me, you guys. There's a long world out there. It's miserable. It's not fun being an adult. I'll just say that it's not fun being an adult. Because if you want something, it's the point where you have to earn it, make money to earn it for yourself, like buying a house, buying a car, whatever. But it's just, I struggle with it. When I get money in my pocket, it burns a hole in my pocket. I want to go up the speedway and buy these. I'm trying to get to the point where I don't want to do that, because I just found out I have 17 cavities out of 25 teeth. That is no go. That's a bad idea. I will remind you though, 17 cavities out of 25 teeth, that's within a 7-year time frame. I got knocked off my dad's insurance when I was 21. I am 28 now. But they told me my cavities were in between where you're supposed to floss. I looked at that doctor. I said, I haven't flossed a day in my life. But now I'm going to start flossing and taking better care of my teeth, because 17 cavities. I'm supposed to get one tooth pulled. I'm not too fond with that. But anyway, there was a lot of jobs I went through. Bounced between Delta, Wasion, Archbold. I worked at Souders in Archbold. I worked at FSI in Archbold. Worked at McDonald's in Archbold. But I leave Delta and then end up coming back to Delta. I don't know why, but just because Delta's where I was born and raised, that's where I want to be. Yes, I know there's issues that I have in Delta. Everyone knows me. I know mostly everyone here. But I've tried to stay at my grandpa's in Indiana for a week, maybe a summer. I don't know. I can't remember how long, but it was right after I graduated. Ended up crawling back to Delta. It's just to the point, you guys, where I just want to settle. Stay in Delta and settle down. Trying to get my own place. I'm trying to push myself to save money to get my own place. But it's hard, especially when you're somebody like me that likes to burn money in there, has a hole in their pocket, burning money through. It's the job thing. No, it's a struggle. You could own your own business. I've tried doing mowing, but it hasn't worked out well because there's so many people around our area that mow or have a company to do it. Me, I love to mow, but it's just, like I said, too many companies around here that go around town mowing. But when I mow yards, I don't do by the yard. I like in-town yards. How I do it, in-town yards are $25 a yard, depending. Now that's different because some of the yards are a lot bigger than most other yards. So like if there's a yard that's about more than an average size yard that can take more than a push mower, and I'll have to charge more. But to me it's kind of stupid seeing people that are in town with mowing companies in town that mow with a zero turn. Come on. And then everyone complains about their weight because they don't get enough exercise. Me, I like to push mow. Like my neighbor's yard over here, they take a rider to it, but when I mowed, I push mowed. I push mowed the front yard and then push mowed the backyard. Their yard is the size of 2 lots. And I push mowed that. to me, I don't care about the time. I care about making the yard look nice and worrying about how the client likes their yards. But like I said, in town yards go anywhere between $20 and $30, and then I do one out of town yard. They pay me $25, which I'm not giving no names because I'm not doing that. But right now, working at this factory job, and winter coming around, I'm not doing no snow removal. I don't do that, especially having a full-time factory job. Once summer comes, though, I'll do mowing after. They're trying to working with me to mow, or to work there from 8 to 2 in the summertime, and then so that way I can get my mowing and stuff done after that. But it's rough, guys. It's very, very rough out there, because this this government, man. I'm not trying to get political, but I'm an independent. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm independent. I believe there's a lot of people out there that are independent than being a Republican or Democrat. But I just feel like this whole, not just the United States, but all the other countries on top of us are just going downhill. It's not what it used to be. It's not made the way it was anymore. And everybody's gets in everyone else's business and or ask personal questions anymore. And that's not how it's supposed to be. I mean, like, if somebody came up to me and asked me a personal question, I don't feel comfortable answering that. Now, if nobody asked me that question and we're on that kind of a subject, then I'll be like, yeah, well, this is how it was for me, blah, 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 whatever. But now, you can't even do anything without somebody calling the cops on just the littlest things anymore. You can't. The cops have to be involved in everything anymore, apparently. And that's not how we were. To me, that's not how I look at it for this country. And like, if you listen to a lot of these songs, like Upchurch or a couple other people like Upchurch, Upchurch's got a song that says it's called Old School, and he basically says about where fistfights didn't land you too much jail time. That's the way I look at it. Why? If somebody's gonna talk crap to you or talk about your family or anything, and you don't like it, you should be able to fight without the cops being involved. You can't do that anymore without somebody being snobby and wanting to call the cops just because you want to fight somebody for protecting your own or protecting your family. But you can't people live life like that anymore, and it's just nuts. Hang on, guys. It's just nuts. I can't. When I bought that camper, I didn't tell anybody about that camper till the last minute. Stop telling people your visions. Why do you vision on owning a business? Why do you vision on having a house or a brand new car? It's because God is talking to you. God is speaking to you. You ruin those dreams if you tell people because of the negativity. Oh, you're not gonna succeed in that. You're not gonna change that. You guys, it's just the littlest things anymore. And it's not, I don't know. I just feel like everything's to the point where I don't feel like even talking about anything anymore, because even the littlest thing you bring up, oh, how's your day or whatever, then people get offended because you say this or this wrong or whatever. It's just nuts anymore. And I don't get it anymore. I don't get people. It's just, I don't know. See, if I've lived in the sunroom since I was in high school. This has been my bedroom since high school because I want my personal space. Sometimes I go in and hang out with my dad and my stepmom and my little sister. But most of the time I try to stay in here because I don't want to bring up anything or talk about anything. I hold it in until it finally explodes because I don't want to talk anything personal with them, especially with her, because it's just to the point where she just complains about everything. Everybody complains about every little thing I do. I bring up something and they're like, oh, you shouldn't do that. I've done it before, why can't I not do it now? As long as I'm not breaking the law or getting in trouble by the cops, who cares what I do? It's nuts. You can't even do your own thing without somebody seeing you do it and then complain about it. I don't know what else to say, guys. It's just, I'm just fed up with everybody anymore. But every time I try to leave Delta, I end up come crawling back. I don't know. I don't get it, you guys. I seriously, honestly don't. It's just, and then like having my equipment and stuff parked in the alley like I always do. The cops never complained about it. Nobody complained about it around my neighborhood because they knew that's what I was doing. That's how I made my money. That's how I made my business, on top of working other places. And it's just, but yet my dad and my stepmom wanted me to get rid of my stuff. So you know what I did? They wanted me to get rid of my stuff. I went and rented out a storage unit. I'm not getting rid of my stuff because that's my money that I'm making. That's how I make my money. That's how I make my money, you guys. So I rented out a storage unit and then they complain about that. It's just, I don't know. You can't do anything anymore without ticking somebody off. And it's to the point where people want you to do things because they want you to do it, not because you want to do it. Like me wanting to buy a vehicle, there's people out there saying, oh, you shouldn't buy a vehicle. How in the heck am I supposed to get places? I'm not going to walk or ride my bike for the rest of my life. Yeah, there may be a couple people that used to do that, but I'm not going to do it my whole life. I'm not going to ride my bike all the time to West Trinity to see my mom, or Archbold to see my grandmother. That's my problem I have. People want me to do things because they want me to do it, not because I want to do it. Like, Okay, I'm not bringing anything down on my family, but my mom, when I was getting ready to go out to Ford County, I explored um, environmental cultures or whatever it is, where you deal with gardening and taking care of flowers and whatnot. And then we went to visit the hospitality lab. She wanted me to do hospitality, not because I wanted to do it, because she wanted me to do it. To me, I fought with her that whole summer because I told her, I said, it's not because of what you want me to do, it's because I want to do it. It's my future, it's my career. But you know what? I did it because she was pushing me not to go to Fort County. You know what I could have done? I would have signed those papers and turned them in saying I was going to go in for diesel mechanic or small engine repair because that was something I wanted to do. Why do you guys, a lot of people that live around my area, I buy these junk mowers or small engines. Yeah, I may not have the spot to work on them, but I have somebody that can work on them for me until I can afford to get my own place. And I may sell them for under budget for what I paid or whatever, but if I can get it running, or have him get it running, I don't care how much I make off of it. Everyone's mad because I paid $1,200 for my camper and then sold it for $600. That camper was not even worth much because it had holes in it. The propane line didn't work. I patched the holes and fixed the water line. Well, my cousin helped me fix the water line, but the propane line was clogged. There was no propane coming through any of the lines, through inside or outside. The holes I patched with the Gorilla duct tape. It held for me. And everyone complained because I sold it for under $1,000. That camper wasn't even worth what I paid for it, but I did it because it was something I wanted. So, I'm just letting you guys know. Anybody that's watching this right now, I'm going to tell you, if you have kids and they want to go out to Ford County and they say, oh, I want to do this for my career, let them do it for their career. It's not what you want them to do, it's what they want to do for their career. It's their future, not your guys's. I just I don't know. I don't know. Sorry guys, I keep watching Joe Dirt. But it's to the point where I'm not gonna tell anybody, hey, I'm gonna buy this or I'm gonna buy that. And Big Mom and Big Daddy, if you guys are watching this, I'm on the live stream right now. I'll call you guys after I'm done. But it's just, I know people look out for me because of my disability or because of what I have, and they want to see me succeed or whatever. But how are you gonna learn if I take advice from people? Advice is good, but eventually I have to learn how to do it myself. Like I'll tell you guys, I've been homeless, I think 5 times on and off in the winter. And everyone's like, oh, you're not gonna survive out there. I'm still here, aren't I? I survived. I know how to survive, you guys. Shouldn't be that hard. It's not that hard. It's really not. Everybody thinks survival is hard. Yeah, it may be hard for when you do it by yourself. But if you have a significant other or whatever, and you both are working good jobs, you'll be able to make it through. I kid you not, my dad had a room smaller than the size of what I have when he was on his own. He's always told me this, and he made it. He said he was there for about a year. He was there for about a year at his spot, and he literally had the same size room, maybe a little bigger than what I have. Look at me. I live in this sunroom. I'm able to go in and use the restroom. I'm able to go in and take a shower. I'm able to go in and cook if I want. But I don't. Well, I take a shower and do laundry and that stuff, but I don't go in and cook very much. I think tonight was the first night in a while that I went inside and cooked. I made nachos. And everyone says, oh, fasting is bad for yourself. Yeah, well, when a doctor tells you to fast for, I think it's 8 hours or 48 hours, depending on when you have to get blood work done, they only tell you you can eat until 7 o'clock. Or you can't have no sweets or anything after 7. And you can only drink water. If I can do it without a doctor telling me, hey, you need to fast. It hurts. It does. It really does. It hurts to fast. I fast for 3 days for one time, and when I finally got food, it felt good. But with me fasting for 3 days, I had like 4 bites and I was full. My cousin and my brother are skin and bone. They can eat anything they want. Anything and not gain a freaking ounce. But me, if I eat one thing, I'm gaining 10 pounds. But I'm about ready to fasten again, guys. People at my work are mad because I try to do that. I'm not doing it to try to harm myself or harm my body. I'm doing it because I want to try to eat healthy or try to lose some weight before I eat again. There for a while, I was eating salads. And the only place I'll eat a salad is Mom's Diner in Archbold. Now I've started eating salads from, what is that called? Dollar General. The Cobb salads. Like that got the eggs and ham and bacon in it. I'll eat those. But I'm to the point where I'm just gonna start eating salads again. And drinking water. But I'm just, like I said, I'm to the point where I don't know how to say it, you guys. But anyway, I got sidetracked there. Anyway, with the job history, you guys, if you guys have younger kids, and you want to teach them how to succeed or push their way in life, make sure they find a job that they want for a while to save up some money for a car. Until they can save up for a car, and then if they get a car, then have them go find a better paying job. I've had 4 vehicles. Well, one of them I never really drove because it was a piece of crap. I had a Chevy Cavalier that I paid $100 for, that was going to charge me $3,000 to get fixed. So I took that to the scrapyard. I had a Ford Ranger 97 that was a manual. It was running on 3 cylinders out of 4. I got rid of that because the motor mount started breaking. I had a Chevy pickup truck that was my brother's for a while, and then that got to mine, and then I got into an accident with that. My Honda Pilot I bought off the Delta Cop. I got rid of that because of the rear end. But my dad helped me pay for the Honda Pilot and get plates and stuff for it. But I owe him like $3,000 because of my Honda Pilot. He helped me pay half of, and my Ranger. I think it was my Ranger, either my Ranger or the Chevy. He helped me get plates and tag and title for it. Well, I already had a title for all of them, but for that reason. But that's why I owe him like $3,000. I don't know, you guys. I seriously don't. Especially the way prices have gone up and anything. I don't know how people can afford it, especially being on their own. And I got plenty of people around town that always say, yeah, I'm smart or I'm not that dumb just because of my disability. But yet, a lot of you are always saying, I shouldn't be out on my own. I should have a roommate. Try to explain that to my dad over there in the house. I had an old neighbor that lived across the street from me for a while. Since we moved here in 2000. I think it was 2000 or 1999. I've lived across the street from him for 26 years, and his son lives with him. And he's on disability, or SSI, because he can't work. He's not capable. Well, he's probably capable of working, but he's got SSI that states that he can't. But it's just, everyone keeps telling me I should get on disability, but I'm capable of working. I may not hold a job long, but I'm able to fill out the application. I'm able to get the job. It's just hard for me to keep the job and focus on the job. I don't know what else to do, you guys, anymore. I don't know. Everything's just to the point anymore where you have to defend for yourself. You're on your own, pretty much. It doesn't matter if you're married or not. You're on your own in this lifestyle of world anymore. Because everyone's so picky or nosy or whatever it is. Like I said, it's the littlest thing. You do the littlest thing and somebody sees it, they flip out. Or they call the cops because, well, he's doing this. Nah. Yeah. Whatever. I don't know, guys. But it's just to the point anymore, you guys. I don't know what else to do anymore. I'm thinking about buying another freaking camper, saving up money to buy land, going out the middle of the freaking woods and keeping to myself. That's how it's coming down to anymore. Where you space yourself from others. It is what it is, you guys. It is what it is. And for all you younger ones that watch my videos or whatever, like I said at the beginning, life is hard, dude. It sucks being an adult. You have to pay bills. You gotta pay for a vehicle, insurance, buy a house, just to survive. You gotta put yourself on a strict budget. I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest to put myself on a strict budget. But like I said, every time I get money in my pocket, it burns a hole in it like that. It's gone within a week. I just I don't know what else to do about it. Does anyone have any questions, concerns, complaints they want to talk about? But I don't know what else to do anymore, you guys. I don't. And then it's like this. It's like that new law that they passed, where if you're texting and driving or on your phone, period, it's a minimum of $150 to $500. I think I did a YouTube video, a Facebook stream video, and a TikTok video on it about if it's a law that the cops should obey the law as well just because they're in a badge or uniform. Doesn't give them the high priority or seniority to do just because they're in a uniform or in a government vehicle, they can get away with it. To me, if we had to follow those laws, so should they. So should they. And I'm to the point where I said in my videos, those 3 videos I've done about the law enforcement, if I catch a state boy, a sheriff deputy, local on their phone while they're driving, I'm gonna get that unit number and complain, because if we can't be on our phone while we're texting and driving, then what gives them the right to do it just because they're in uniform or they're a law officer? Or doesn't mean they're above the law. They had the same laws and rights that they had to follow too, and it's not right. They can cause an accident just as well as anybody else on that road. And if they're distracted being on their phone while they're driving and they cause an accident, I feel like you shouldn't be able to sue the agency. You should sue that person because he was on his phone. That's another thing though too. You gotta have proof that officer was on his phone. If I can prove or video record a cop going by down the road or whatever being on his phone, I'm calling. I'll call the county and complain about a Delta cop being on his phone. Because since they passed that law, like I said, it should affect them as well as us. Just because they're wearing a badge or they're in uniform, they can cause an accident just as well as anybody else. I mean, I don't like doing that. I don't like being a snitch, but I like being a nice person that I like to be. But if the cops can't even obey their own laws, and they can get away with it being in uniform or being in that government vehicle, then they should be obeying the same laws as us. I don't get it, you guys. And there's plenty of vehicles plenty of videos like World's Wildest Police videos or cops where I've seen a couple officers getting pulled over because they were intoxicated or swerving all over the road. There was one, I think, video on World's Wildest that I watched where a military officer got arrested for being publicly intoxicated. That's what I mean, you guys. You can't trust anybody on the road anymore. People get to the point where they drink or they don't have a DD or they get distracted on their phone. They get distracted. It's not. Like I said, law enforcement is no different. If those officers have to follow the laws, well, let me rephrase that. If we have to follow the laws that the officers pull us over for while they're in uniform, then they have to follow those same laws. If they get a phone call, they should have to pull over to answer that call. Because, like I said, they can cause an accident just as well as anybody else. It's no different. It is no different. I don't know, you guys. I don't. Like I said, this whole country, all these countries are just going nuts anymore. And there's nothing we can do. There's nothing. I'm feeling like it's getting to be the end of time. It's getting to the end of time. I don't know anymore. Anyway, let's get on a different subject. For all you guys that play video games like Grand Theft Auto, I've been hearing a lot about GTA 6 is they're making it to where you can they're allowing you to go in all the buildings, more buildings than GTA 5. That's amazing, dude. I want to get GTA 6 so bad when it comes out. Hopefully they make it for PC, because I got a computer. That's all I got. But I can't even get on my computer anymore on Steam because my computer's so old. It's just to the point where I need to get a different computer. I should get a gaming computer now. But yeah, it's crazy anymore, you guys. But we've been on for about 40 minutes. I might do another live stream next week or sometime this week. Today's Sunday, so I'll probably do like Thursday or Friday. But we've been on for 43 minutes. 44 minutes now. But I'll let you guys go. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, hit me up in the comments or message me, wherever you got that follow me on TikTok or Snapchat or Facebook. But I'm getting off here, guys, and always remember to hit that like button, subscribe, tell your friends and family, and there'll be more streams where that come from. Have a good night, guys.